that foot to the front, maybe even push the heel out, and the bent leg, point your toes exactly 90 degrees to your side, and then try to face the hip back to the front, pull this knee back and sink a little bit. So I'm trying to keep my torso straight, my knee back, and my hips rotate under, as if you're trying to rotate the inner thighs towards the ceiling. I'm going to take my hand and lean, so I've got this side leg, side body and arm all in a line. Maybe look, and if that's easy for you, bring this hand to the floor or to your ankle. So get a nice side stretch as you reach the hand away from the foot and reach the foot away from the hand, turn your sternum up towards the ceiling. Soften the breath, do not hold your breath. We'll come up, we'll turn the other way. So the extended leg, I'm rotating the foot. This supporting leg, I've got my toes 90 degrees, my hips to the front, rotate the hips up, a little bit lower, torso straight, and then we're going to lean, hand on the side, extend. And if you want more of a stretch, start bringing this hand down to your ankle or the floor. As you look and turn, stretching the hand away from foot. Foot away from hand. Come up slowly, and from there we're going to turn onto the ball of the foot. So I'm completely facing this way. I'm squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. We're going to drop the knee so it's almost to the floor, making sure your front knee is over your front ankle. I don't want to be forward this way. From there, just come up a little bit and down. Let's do 5. Ready? So each, down, up, knee, down, up, son, she, go, switch other way. Each, down, up, knee, son, she, go, yeah, that, and coming up, shake it out. So from this position, my feet side by side, I'm just going to imagine bringing my heel up towards my backside. So just lifting this way. So scooping with your heel. So let's try that. Slowly first. Each, knee, son, she. It's as if I'm, you know how you see on TV, like the bulls doing that? It's like as if I'm rubbing my foot on the floor. It's a little bit of friction, and then it pops up. This way. Ready? So each, knee, son, she, go, la, she, hatch, cute, ju, each, knee, son, she, go, la, she, hatch, cute, ju. Think about it as the retraction after a kick. I extend and then pull back this way. So bring the feet out again, so wider. This time we're going to lift the toe and just go down for Kata, a little bit lower. Knee, other side. I'm trying to keep my supporting leg, that heel down, so both heels are touching. Knee. So. She. Go. Shikodachi, the feet in a bit, pressing your knees back with your arms. As you lift your head slightly, trying to get the shoulders and hips same level, elbows, forearms opening the legs to the back. Show you, I'm going to swing my leg in front and I'm just going to let it go up to the side this way. So I do it with the other leg, looks like this. It's just a nice, relaxed, loose movement. If I do it from the side, and you can see from the side, so it goes this way and then this way. I'm just going to keep. I'm not forcing it up as high as it will go. It just goes pretty much as high as it wants to, this way. Okay, so let's try that. Remember, do not hurt yourself. Don't try to swing really high. We just want to get a nice, relaxed, loose hip going. Let's do the right leg first. Here we go. Ich, ne, on, nice and loose. She, go, la, chich, hach, q, ju, juich, june, jusam, jushi, jugo, jura, jushich, juhach, juq, ju. Right, try the other foot. The same thing, nice and easy. Ich, ne, on, she, go, la, chich, hach, q, ju, juich, june, jusam, she, jugo, jura, jushich, juhach, juq, ju. Okay, just put your chest. I'm going to swing this foot in an arc and touch the bottom of my foot to my hand. It just looks like this. My leg isn't completely straight. It's okay to have a slightly bent knee, because obviously my leg is longer than my arm, so I need to bend slightly to be able to touch. Should we try it? Oh yeah, let's do it. So here we go. So right foot back, left hand up. Ready? Ich, ne, on, she, go. Okay, switch. Try the other one. So on my left foot, right hand. Ich, ne, on, she, go. Good. Now let's switch again. Ashkei bit. So I want you to see if you can do this. So same exercise. I got my right foot back, my left hand out, but my right hand is going to be stuck on my rib like this, and it's not going to move for the whole exercise. It's like you try chopping yourself in the ribs. So your back hand is here, my right leg is my right hand. So that is not going to move, and I'm going to try to do the same thing, keeping the hand in that position. Let's just try 5. Here we go. Ready? Ich, ne, on, she, go. Good. Let's switch. Try the other. So other hand by your side. So now ready? Ich, ne, on, she, go. Good. So our goal in having a hand there is when I swing my leg in this direction, my hand and shoulder don't follow it. So I keep my shoulder and hand back as my leg goes around. And that's how we do it in how you're supposed to do Suparinpei. So forget this hand for a minute. The next thing is I'm going to do the same thing. I've got my right foot back. I've got my left hand out. I'm going to swing my foot. And then I'm going to turn 90 degrees when I land. I do it again, that's 1. I do it again, 90 degrees, that's 2. That's 3. That's 4. I should be back where I started from. That's 4 quarters, right? Should we try it? Okay, here we go. Ich, hip, pivot 90 degrees. 8, 90 degrees. On, 90 degrees. She. You should be looking to the front now. Switch feet. Let's go the other direction. So we go the other way. So I've got this is my right hand, my left foot. Ich, 90 degrees. Ne, 90 degrees. On, 90 degrees. She. You should be facing the front. So if I'm got a lot of torque going in this direction, everything's going that way, but my foot doesn't move, then my knee will want to absorb the torque of my body turning, and that's how you end up perhaps injuring your knee. So when I do that, just let your foot come out a little bit, so I don't feel any torque on the knee. I can move my foot before I even do the technique, or I can move it as I do it. But what I don't want to do is keep my foot in place as I try to turn. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hit and I'm going to do a 180 this time. That means there should be 2 kicks and I should be back facing front. If you think that's too much for you, then you can always modify. You can modify by not turning at all or not even kicking. I'll just lift my knee up. You can modify by only doing the quarter turn, or you can just try what we're going to do as a half turn. Okay, so always feel free to modify when you need to. So let's try it. Right foot back, left hand up, 180 turn if possible, if not modify. Ish. Turn. And knee. Turn. We'll do 2 more of those. Arm. Turn. Knee. Turn. Ashkai there. Let's go the other way. Ish. Turn. Knee. Facing the front again. Arm. Face the back. Knee. Face the front. So one of the things about this technique is when I do it, I'm actually trying to hit to the front. I'm trying to hit to the front. And when we try it as a spin, often what will happen is we'll sort of spin around and be hitting over here somewhere. So the difficulty of this technique is you are trying to do it the way you face, and you have to kind of spin after you hit. Makes it a bit tricky. Here, I'm just going to catch my ankle again. We're going to do the sort of side movement. And if you can see my supporting foot is almost pointing towards, well, it is pointing towards the chair. So I'm not compromising my knee. I'm going to extend my foot and I'm going to bring it back and catch. I'm just catching my own ankle. So I kick my foot out and then I catch. If I do it facing you, so you can see, my knee is not here. I'm trying to pull it back. So it's more in line. It's more in line with my hip, so I kick it out and I recatch the foot. So this is mawashi-geri. So ready? So catch your foot, rotate, ready, edge, kick him back, knee, kick him back, song, shi, go, lock, shich, hatch, cute, right. Good. Try the other foot. So go to the other side or switch your chair around. So we catch. We've got the supporting leg facing the chair, whatever we're holding. Edge, kick him back. Knee, kick him back. Song, shi, go, lock, shich, hatch, cute, right. Good. Let's change one more time. We'll do 10 more each side. Remember, adjust the height as you need. We are catching, even if you can do it without catching, I'd like you to catch for this one. Ready? Edge, kicking back, knee, song, shi, go, lock, shich, hatch, cute, right. Ashkai there, other leg. Ready? Catch, edge, kicking back, knee, song, right. Go, lock, itch, hatch, good, right. Yeah, I'm going to shake it out towards my waist and just lean forward. Stretch your legs out, stretch your hips out a little bit. So basically what we've been working on till now is the sort of pulling back motion. So we kick it out and snap it back so we can catch it. So we've been thinking about the pulling back motion. So now we're going to think about the lifting motion from here to here. I'm going to start with my knee up, and I'm going to drop my foot down, bounce, and then kick. So I want this bounce up. So it's going to go bounce up and kick, bounce up and kick. So my start position is here. It drops up and bounces like a power ball hitting the floor, down, up, and kick. You don't have to kick fast, and you don't have to do anything particularly fast, but I do want you to get the feeling of the drop and up and kick this way. It just drops and springs up, spring up, and then kick. Okay, so let's try it. Let's try a few each leg. So I'm going to start with my right knee up. So here we go. Edge, drop and kick, hold. Eight, drop and kick, hold. Song, Chi, go, la, chich, hach, Q, ju, right. Give us try the other leg. So you don't have to go full speed, always, as we're doing the exercises, sort of monitor your own body, make sure you're not hurting yourself. So my left knee is up, my pelvis is tucked forward slightly. Ready? Edge, drop, kick, up. Knee. Stomp, spring up. G. Go. La. Jich. Hach. Q. Q. Wait. Get over here in there. So watch. I want you to be careful when we do this. Go slow. I'm going to start with my right foot back. I'm going to do a front kick, land forward, and then immediately do my mawashi-geri, the round kick. Right? Kick, drop, kick, and then come back. Kick, drop, kick. So the dropping movement here is trying to cut down the time between the next kick. Having said that, it's important not to try and do it fast in the beginning. Particularly because we're doing a straight movement and a round movement. Obviously, more experienced people can gauge how fast you can go. If you're doing this early on in your training, you want to be very careful about lining everything up, get a nice pivot, and then kick it out, put it down, and then come back. So let's try it slowly. It's one count, one kick. So each, mae-geri, drop, mawashi-geri, back. Right, mae-geri, drop, twist, and back. So, mae-geri, mawashi-geri. Shi, mae-geri, mawashi-geri. So I've got my left foot back, each, mae-geri, drop, pivot, mawashi-geri. Right, mae-geri, drop, pivot, mawashi-geri. So, springing off the floor actually helps you to, it will help you to turn, it will help you to kick, get that pivot on the supporting leg, those of you who want to go faster. Foot onto your chair, and then all I'm going to do is try to lift my knee or lift my foot off the chair by lifting my knee. And I place it down again and then up. Can you see that I'm not doing this? Just watch now, I'm not doing this. It's not that. I'm trying to keep my posture, that tuck, and then I just lift my foot off the chair. So we're going to uphold, each uphold. Knee down. I'm only touching light. I'm not putting my weight down. Knee up, down. Stomp up, down. I'm seeing a bit of this, guys. I'm seeing a bit of this. Just try and go up without moving your body. Up, down, up, down. A little bit higher. Up, higher, 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 higher without leaning back. Down. Last one on this leg. Up. And down, and try the other foot. I'll just come this way. So other foot. Ready? So back straight, each lift, down, lift, down, stomp higher, down, shake, down, go, down, lock. Last one, shake, there. Okay, switch. We'll do one more set each leg. So if you think about it, if I have to hip mobility to get my knee this high. Why can I not lift it that high? Just with this, I can lift it that high, keeping good posture, and I pull it up. But why can't I pull it up with my strength of my own leg? Well, presumably because I do not have strength throughout the whole movement. So this exercise is trying to help us do that. So what I would do at home is, if this is fairly easy for me, I can lift it fairly high. I'll start stacking things on the chair till I almost cannot lift off, so I can gradually increase the strength and see my improvement. But for now, we'll just do it at this height. Ready, here we go. So each, up, down, knee, down, so higher, sheet, down, go, down, lock, back straight, down, sheet, down, hutch, down, one more, good. Good, escape there for the other one. Ready, each, up, down, knee, down, so down, sheet, down, go, down, lock, sheet, hutch, higher, cute, don't lean back, cute, I am it. Good. Okay, so and let's just do this again. Just this nice relaxed movement to just get all the kinks out of your hip. Reach, knee, so, sheet, go, lock, reach, hutch, cute, cute. Switch other one. Reach, knee, so, sheet, go, lock, sheet, hutch, cute, cute. I am it. Okay, good. Let's put your chairs back, hand is up. So each step across. In this position, remember that hand was by the ribs. So I'm going to do my kick. But what I want you to do before we do any spin is I just want you to kick and then put your foot down again without spinning. Just kick and put your foot down. That's all we're going to do. Okay, so I'll do it. So we kick, and then you block. So the same hand, left hand is out. Then I basically lift my front leg, and I kick with my back leg, and I end up in that side elbow position. 1, 2. So your right hand is up, step your right foot across, turn, kick, left hand block, lift your left leg, lift, kick mae-geri, land, elbow. Lift, kick, or Tobi-geri, furi, uraken, furi, uraken. Each. Knee, kick, block, kick, block, kick, furi, uraken. Each, turn, kick, block, Tobi-geri. Each, step across, knee, kick, block, Tobi-geri. So I go to here, so I turn, then it's 360, then I do the movement. So we're doing that, and we get to here, and then the left leg is coming back. It's coming back and then up, but really, if you can, it's just going to come up. It's up. It's up, up. In front of land at the same time, so it's up. So it's sort of switching in the air. When I do the furi-geri, there's an oppositional force of the backhand is pulling as the hip is going that way. So it's that feeling. And then there's a meeting of the right leg coming to my left hand. My left hand is not really coming this way, but it has to, if you like, have energy that way to stop it getting pushed away. So particularly this side of my body is like, pull. That's what makes it difficult. I keep that shoulder back. Because if you think about the application, if I pull their body and kick their leg out, they're going to go this way. Because my mass is wants to go that direction, it's easy for everything just to start swinging that way. So again, if possible, boom, this stays pulling as my leg hits, if you like. And then when you do the jump kick, when I do the jump kick, like I think the easiest way to imagine it would be rather than just a jump kick, which you can do it as too. Although because you're in this movement when you start it, means you're engaged with your opponent already. It probably wasn't meant to be a long range technique, even if you can do it as a long range technique. So when I do that, imagine that instead of I want to kick them twice, imagine that my leg was caught. Imagine my leg was caught. And so I have to keep my body up. So I need to lean my weight on them. And I need to switch this leg back as I bring that leg forward. And you can do it just like I did it. It works if someone's grabbed you like your leg or something. Or you can do it higher up. But if you think about your leg up already, so it goes up, and from there is when you have to launch yourself up. As opposed to this sort of bringing the knee up, as opposed to that movement. It's a sort of different, completely different timing. And I come into this one. So I turn. So I turn, and then this stays connected. So it's like really heavy forearm here, as well as the arm. I'm snapping on their elbow joint, and then forcing it down. So it's like 1, 2. So it's a like really sticky movement. That's why your hand stays stuck as you do. Just like when I wanted to kick in this position, and my hands had to. This hand has to stay in position. This is the other thing that goes wrong, is that because we feel like we need to get a lot of height perhaps, or dynamism in the movement, we tend to want to use our hands, but the hands have to remain in position. So the hands should, as they do it, they shouldn't move. Just like when I do basic kick from there, they won't move. So you can see even within Suparinpei, you do exactly the same thing without a jump. Do a few more moves, and then you do it with a jump. It's almost like the first one is practice for the second one. It says, look, we're going to do a jump in a minute. This is exactly how you got to do it. You got to hold this position when you do it. And then we do it with a jump. And then we follow up with almost exactly the same movement. Suparinpei is like this sort of learning curve within the kata itself.